शुक्लांबरधरं विष्णुं शशिवर्णं चतुर्भुजं प्रसन्नवदनं ध्यायेत् सर्वविघ्नोपशान्तये व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः यस्य स्मरणमात्रेण जन्मसंसारबन्धनात् विमुच्यते नमस्तस्मै विष्णवे प्रभविष्णवे ओम नमो वेंकटेशाय. Let's look at the next nama. Sarvasa, we saw up to Aparajita. Sarvasaha, sarvam sahatiti sarvasaha. That means one is able to have patience in bearing all those things that has been, even somebody abuses him or anything, he's just he's accepting all those things. He's very patient. As I told you earlier, he is patient with anything done to him, but he is not patient when somebody torments his devotees. That's the only thing he cannot tolerate. Otherwise he can tolerate everything else. So that means is called as sarvasaha. Other meaning is sarva karmasu samartha iti sarvasaha. That means one is capable of getting all things done, and therefore is called as sarvasaha. Sarvan shatrun sahata iti va sarvasaha. That means one is able to that is one who is able to bear the abuses of all his this enemies is also called as sarvasaha. Other meaning is prithvyadi rupena va sarvasaha. That means through as the earth is supporting all these things, he is bearing everything, and therefore is called as sarvasaha. Niyanta sarvan sveshu krityeshu vyavastapayati iti niyanta. That means once he created this universe, he has established the various the regional heads, like we call the regionals like Brahma, Indra, Varuna, Yama. All those people have been nominated. Sarvan, sveshu in their respective actions. He has nominated them, and then he manages them, and therefore is called as Niyanta. Niyanta, Niyamaka. One is able to give orders to his all his people who are managing this universe. Is called as Niyanta. That's one other meaning of Niyanta. Niyamaha. Niyamo nitaram yamaha nishashakaha. One who is able to capable of giving very good orders, and therefore is called as Niyamaha. Other meaning is you can also interpret as Niyanta animaya Aniyamaha. Aniyama means one who there is nobody else who can control him, and therefore he is called as Aniyamaha. That's also other way of looking at it. Yamaha means one who is the ultimate controller, who is the controller of everything, and therefore is called as Yamaha. Other meaning is Na asya vidyate Yamaha mrityuriti ayama. That means there is no end to him. That means there is no death to him, and therefore is called as Yamaha. That's other way of looking at it. Sattvavan Niyantayama. So let's move on to the next sloka. Sattvavan satvikas satya dharma parayanah abhipraya priyarhorha prayakrit priti. So the namas are Sattvavan, Sattvikah, Satyah, Satya Dharma Parayanah, Abhiprayah, Priyarhah, Arhah, Priyakrit Pritivardanah. Sattvavan, Saurya Viryadikam, Sattvam Asyati Sattvavan. That means one who's got this valor, then this various parakramam, all those things are within him, and therefore is called as Sattvavan. Other meaning is Jivo Balam Sadhutvam Va Asya Santiti Sattvavan. That means one has got this various Jnanam, Balam, Aishwaryam, Viryam, Shakti, and therefore is called as Sattvavan. So all those things is called as Sattvavan. Parasara Bhatta says Parama Prakasha Shalaga Sukha Sampadam Moksha Moolam Sattvam Sakshat Adhishteyam Asya iti Sattvam. That means one who is the person who has got this Sattva Gunas, which is the basis for all this moksha, for people to reach moksha, and therefore is called as Sattvavan. Satvikaha Sattve Gune Pradhanyena Sthita iti Sattvika. That means one who is always in this Sattva Guna form, and therefore is called as Sat. There is no mix up of this Rajo and Tamas. 100% Sattva Guna while he is incarnating this universe, and therefore like Rama or Krishna, and therefore is called as Sattvikaha. Other meaning is Shuddha Sattva Pradhanyes Chaturmukho Dasatvena Asyati iti Sattvikaha. One who has got this people like with a lot of this Sattva Gunas, like his devotees under him as as his devotees, and therefore is called as Sattvikaha. Satyah Satsu Sadhutvat Satyah. That means one who is able to help all this Sadhu Janas Sattva Gunas. That people who have got the Sattva Gunas, he is able to provide them all the necessary support for them to move subsequently into their spiritual path, and therefore is called as Satyaha. Satyaha Swatantraha. That means one is independent. He doesn't depend on anybody else for any of his actions, and therefore is called as Satyaha. That's more meaning. Nitya Sadhu Guna Vyaptyant Rupatvatva Satyam. That means one who is always got all these auspicious qualities, good qualities always with him, and therefore is called as Satyaha. Other meaning is Satvika Shastra Pratipadyataya Yata Artha Vaibhavaha Satyaha. That means one who is the true what you call this Param. That is the ultimate goal, the true ultimate goal which has been mentioned by these various Satras, and therefore is called as who is the truth himself, and therefore is called as Satyaha. Satya Dharma Parayanah. Satya Yada Bhutarkatena Dharma iti Chodana Lakshane Niyata iti Satya Dharma Parayana. That's what Adi Shankara says. So that means one who has got this Satya and Dharma as the ultimate goal. Parayana, that means ultimate path of all the people to follow, and therefore he is called as Satya Dharma Parayan, or he is the ultimate path by which the Satya and Dharma are the path by which people can ultimately achieve him, and therefore he is called as Satya Dharma Parayana. Other meaning is one who is always resident in Satya, and therefore he provides them the necessary dharma for them to follow the path of the moksha, and ultimately he is the ultimate goal of all of them, and therefore he is called as Satya Dharma Parakramaha. Abhiprayah abhitah prati purayati iti abhipra rama sa purane prapayati tesham ayati iti abhiprayah. So one abhitah prati, that means one who is able to fulfill all the laukika desires of all the people is Mahalakshmi, and therefore she is called as Abhipra. And one who is able to give happiness to Mahalakshmi, Toshayati, and therefore he is called as Abhiprayah. That is one meaning of Abhiprayah. Abhiprayete purushartha kankshibhihi abhimukena pralaye asmin prati jagatiti va abhipraya. That means one who is being praised by all these jivatmas who want all this the various this purusharthas, that is like dharmartha kama moksham is being requested or being prayed by all these people for the sake of these four purusharthas, and therefore is called as abhipraya. Other meaning is all the sattvika people don't want any other the purusharthas, they want him, and he himself becomes the object of that means object of the desire of all these devotees, and therefore is called as Abhipraya. They don't want anything other than him. That's what the Tundaradipudi said. Andal says, that means we want to be only associate with you. That's all she says. I don't mind taking any number of births. So similarly, Tundaradipudi says, Ichivai Tavira Yanpol, Indira Lokamayalam, Achivai Perinam Menden, Arangamana. Even if you give me anything else, including moksha, I am not interested. I want always to be with you, Ranganatha. That's what it is. So for the devotees, he becomes the final object of being desired, and therefore he is called as Abhipraya. Priyarha, Priyani Ishtani Argatiti Priyarha. That means one who is fit to be all the objects that all the things that we enjoy. He is the person who is fit to be offered to him, and therefore he is called as Priyarha. That means Priyam Sukha Visesham Arhati iti is Priyarha. That means one who has got the special permanent happiness with him, and therefore he is called as Priyarha. Arha Pujya. That means one is fit to be worshipped, because he is the only person who is fit to be worshipped, because he is the ultimate God, Param Tattvam, and therefore there is nobody else beyond him, and therefore he is the fittest person to be worshipped, fittest person who all the devotees can worship, and therefore he is called as Argaha. Ananya Sprihanam Tesham Api Ayameva Yogya iti Arha. That means even the people who don't have any desires in this world, still they are seeking him, and therefore he becomes the fit person to be desired, and therefore he is called as Argaha. Priyakrit means na kevalam priyarha eva kimtu stutyadibihi bhajatam priyam karoti iti priyakrit. That means one is not only fit to be worshipped, he is also fit to be fit person to whom we can have the love towards him, and therefore he is called as Priyakrit. Priyam Sukha Visesham Karoti iti Priyakrit. That means one is able, at the same time he is also the person who can give us the Mokshananda. That means the final abode of Bhagavan himself, and therefore he is called as Priyakrit. Priti Vardanaha Tesham eva Pritim Vardayati iti Priti. That means he not only creates love towards his devotees or creates love in them towards him, he also develops those kind of loves ultimately, so that they are able to progress spiritually and finally come to his abode. Pritim bhakteshu vardayati iti pritya bhaktani avardayati iti va. That means one who is able to protect all his devotees with love and affection, and develop their love towards him, and his love towards them also develops over a period of time, and therefore he is called as Priti Vardhana. I think we'll stop with the Om Namo Venkatesaya.